Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Melvin Anderson, and I would like to thank you for attending the session for this afternoon, the Rural Opportunity Zones and HBCUs, Impact Investment and Capacity Building 3. We have a great panel this afternoon, and I want to give a brief introduction before they go into their particular programs. We have Joyce Richardson Matthews of Braddock Elementary School and Damon House from Microsoft Corporation. So, Joyce, I want you to take some time and introduce yourself, and I'm sure the panel and everyone else is interested in hearing all about your journey. Go ahead, Joyce.
Okay, thank you. Good afternoon, everyone. Again, thank you for being here. And I also want to thank Keith and Melvin for everything they've done to include students in this summit. This is just a great opportunity. Keith knows that this is a dream of mine to connect schools with businesses and organizations. So today, my presentation outlines the importance of including students in this summit to give them the connections and the opportunities they need to make some decisions about their career. So as a STEAM educator, I have been working with Fairfax County for 36 years. And today I want to share with you what I've been doing over those years. All right, so Melvin, can you go to the slide that introduces me?
Yeah, but I wanted to ask one question before we got started is how did you get into, I understand the kids are handling everything, but how did you get into this passion for kids?
Since I can remember, as far as fourth grade, I guess I had really been influenced by my teachers that I had, and I knew that I wanted to be a teacher since, like I said, since fourth grade. And so that's what I strive to do. And through these years, I've always believed that technology was the key to closing the gaps in education for children of color.
And I'm sure technology is important. Damon, can you follow up on that in reference to how you're seeing technology just taking over the careers for the kids?
Absolutely. So thank you, everyone, for the opportunity to participate. My name is Damon House. I work at Microsoft, and I'm grateful to Melvin and Keith for putting this together, and for Joyce for allowing me a couple of moments to share. I manage solutions and strategy in education and in healthcare within our worldwide services team, but my passion really is around that education side, specifically for socioeconomically depressed communities of color, rural development. And so when I look at education as being the key, I and the people that I'm working with are really looking at a cradle to career pipeline.
Yeah.
We cannot just look at, let's get them ready in college, because by then we may have to fix some fundamental gaps that were missed while they were in school, K through 12. If we look at professional development, if they don't have the institutional knowledge of the industry or technology, then you're putting icing on a bad cake. And so what we want to do is we want to start earlier. We want to begin an innovation journey with our students. We want to introduce them, because I hate the phrase expose students. We want to introduce them to technology, coding. We want them to understand that coding is just problem solving. It is not some fantastical language like Swahili that you hear about and you go, oh my goodness, it's out. No, coding is Legos. Legos is coding, really, just in physical form. And so if we can start to teach students these concepts and extend these concepts into gaming and into drones and into other aspects of their daily lives that they see as fun, now they're learning those skills that by the time they get to middle school and high school, we can really begin an innovation journey that can take them so much further. So that's why I'm so excited to be here.
That is definitely a win, because I'm the same situation as you, is that we believe in that birth to 5 movement. Our software starts at grade 3, but if we don't have the pipeline when they get to grade 3, our software has no value. So I believe to the cradle to college and career, but that's very important.
Okay, so a part of my presentation, as I shared with Keith in our discussion about becoming a part of the summit, was that we definitely needed to hear from the children. and the students that are already doing great things through STEAM education, especially with agriculture. In Fairfax County Public Schools, we have a department called Get to Green, and their whole focus is making connections in science with our students and getting our students to also begin to think about how science is a part of their everyday life. So this organization has provided funding for all schools to create gardens, to really get into looking at green, what it means to be green, recycling. And so we have students that are doing phenomenal things in their school already. And I wanted to give some of my time today to 2 students that I met that created a garden at their school, also created a pantry for students to go and get food whenever they needed it, if they need to take it home, because hunger is real. And we do have students in Fairfax County who do not have food at home. And so the reason that we grow vegetables not only is to learn about them, but also to provide another food source for families in our community, and also for students who may need food in school. Just want to share a little bit about myself. I am a native Washingtonian, very proud of that, but spent most of my life in Prince George's County, Maryland. So I live in Prince George's, but I have always worked in Fairfax County. The next slide.
Okay.
And as I said, for the past 6 years, I've been working at Braddock Elementary as their Extreme Programs Coordinator. Here you have a picture of the principal at the very top is Keisha Jackson Muir, who was the 2018 Fairfax County Public School Principal of the Year. And a picture of Holly Dallin is the second picture down, is one of our APs, and our newest assistant principal is Taya Clark. We are in Annandale, Virginia, and as you can see, diversity is the key to our strength. We have close to 900 students, 28 who represent 28 countries and 32 different languages. So if you go to slide 4, that I came to Braddock Elementary in 2015 to be their Extreme Programs Coordinator. Our principal is truly a visionary, and she believed, again, that technology was the key to helping our students, because our students, a lot of them have come here from other countries looking for opportunity. And so she knew that technology was the key. She wanted a STEM program, but we also had literacy issues, and we wanted to use our STEAM program as the way to motivate our children to become more involved in their educational experiences. So the R stands for reading. The next slide really shows the connection to this summit. We have, as I said, the green program, and we have a milkweed garden, we have a flower garden, and we have a vegetable garden. And again, we use these not only for the science connections, but we use them to reach out to our community. A lot of our parents did not feel like they were educated enough to be a part of the school program. And so we use this as a way to make them feel a part of our school community, but also we could learn a lot from them, because many of them came from farming backgrounds. As you know, COVID affected all of us, and so we got into a Bitmoji kind of environment to really excite our kids to continue the learning. And one of the things I was really excited about was the gardening aspect of getting our kids to start growing things at home, giving them something to do, giving them purpose, and also continuing that connection to science. So we have been very excited about the work we have done with gardening. We've been able to get grants from our Get to Green office, and also grants for other programs that support us doing work in gardening and getting our children out into the out of doors and working on different aspects. So as I stated, one of the things we really wanted to focus on was to invite students today. And I do have Miss Nikita Rayo, who is a student at Westfield High School and has worked on the environmental aspects in her school. And I want her to introduce herself and share a little bit about the things she's done. Nikita?
Hello, good afternoon, everyone. We hope that everyone's been staying safe during these difficult times. My name is Nikita Rao, and Ayana Tinsley will also be presenting as well. And we are so excited to be here and share some of the initiatives that we have been working on to help our environment. So we thought it would be a good idea to start off with just introducing ourselves a bit. My name is Nikki, and I'm a junior at Westfield High School. I'm on the FCPS board of student representatives as a student rep to the FLE committee. And I'm also extremely passionate about the environment, and I advocate for green living through my website, Living Green with Nikki. I am also the president of the Environmental Protection Club at Westfield High School. And EPC works on improving our environment and to raise awareness about the current climate crisis, as well as to push students to adopt green lifestyles and habits. EPC is still a relatively new club at Westfield. However, we still have been able to accomplish a few things. Last year, we started a recycling campaign where we distributed hundreds of recycling bins to every room at Westfield, and we also created educational videos to teach students how to properly recycle. Believe it or not, people still don't know how to recycle properly, so this is a pretty urgent issue. This year, we are working on starting a sustainable campaign to teach students how to manage their waste and become more self-sufficient through gardening and more. We're also trying to introduce the concept of zero waste living and create guides to help students in achieving sustainability. Last year, EPC started Westfield's Garden, and we have grown various fruits and vegetables like cucumbers, eggplants, squash, tomatoes, beans, melons, and all of that food goes towards Westfield's school pantry, and students who need the food can take it home. We have just started low-scale composting, but only a few people utilize this. However, if FCPS schools officially implemented a composting system, we could efficiently compost and reduce our school's waste. And when it comes to our garden, it would be great to make this project large-scale and get the proper support and resources to keep this garden going. Because as of right now, our garden is primarily run by EPC. This way we could even put the food we grow towards our school cafeteria and more. I'm now going to pass it off to Ayana. She couldn't be here today, but she did do the recordings on our slide presentation.
Hi everyone, my name is Ayana Tinsley and I am a 17-year-old STEAM advocate for education and children's book author of the book titled This Is What an Engineer Looks Like. The purpose of my book is of course to show more diversity in STEAM jobs because representation matters. I'm also a part of the Society of Women Engineers, next board advisory member, where I help create content for more girls in middle school through high school to be more involved with engineering organizations or STEAM in general. I'm also a part of my Westfield's track team, along with being a captain. And if you would like any more information about me or want to read more about the work I've done, you can visit my website, yayastars.com, or follow my journey at yayastars on Instagram.
All right, so as Nikita shared, all Fairfax County Public Schools encourage gardening. And the nice piece about it is that any of the food that we grow, we can put into our cafeteria. So most of the cafeterias in the county also have a salad bar program to encourage children to eat healthy. So anything we grow in our garden, we can put on the salad bar as well, which is great. So again, at Braddock Elementary, we have pre-K to 5th grade. And a lot of our students, even in the pre-K group, have worked on different aspects of gardening. Our pre-K students grew lettuce last year, learned about growing lettuce, and learned how to harvest it, which was really neat and cute to see preschools involved in this. But it was different organizations throughout Fairfax County supporting growing items and teaching children about gardening skills. So we are able to do this. And I'm very excited about that because for the last 5 years, we have had a gardening group, mainly for our first and second graders. Parents wanted them to be involved in our STEAM programs, and so we did develop this gardening program. We have also utilized robotics programs, and as Damon was talking earlier, we are definitely doing coding. We have been doing coding in our school for all grade levels, pre-K through 5th grade. All of our students code every year. We started off with the hour of code. So as Damon said, we definitely want to get our children involved in these different programs to give them a foundation and to make sure that they have choices about their career, their future career. We build a pipeline from our elementary school to our middle school to our high school. And what is neat for us is Annandale High School is right up the street. So we have high school students who are coming back to Braddock Elementary to mentor our students through our extreme clubs. And I'm very happy about that partnership. I was able to meet Ayana and Nikki through these different partnerships. All right, thank you.
Okay, Damon, any words you want to say? Last words?
Well, I've always got a whole lot of words, but I'm thrilled at this type of program. I think that this really shows the capability of what we can do in our community. Love to have the opportunity to talk more about what we're doing, not only in the K through 12, but also in the colleges and universities with HBCUs and minority serving institutions around agriculture, energy, professional skilling and development. We really, and this kind of ties it all together. The team that I'm working with really looks at the intersection between education, innovation, technology, industry, and then also entrepreneurship, because we want to make sure that as we teach our students and our young people how they can do the things that they're doing and how they can change their world, that they can also see that these solutions can be turned into new businesses and new opportunities for employment, and really broadening the landscape of what our communities can look like. So yeah, absolutely thrilled to be here and to be a part of this discussion.
Okay, wow. When I first saw the videos, that's all I could say is wow. And Joyce knows that because that's a one-liner, right? And I just want to thank Fairfax Public School Systems, the leadership at the helm, Joyce Matthews, seasoned, compassionate, purposed, and I'm sure having something to do with the production of young people like Anania and the current presenter who is, when I first saw her video emceeing the Anania's interview, which I think we're committed to fully make sure shows this afternoon and beyond, right? You have skills. You have skills. That's all I want to say, because that's all I need to say. You know that, and I'm thankful for the systems, the support systems, the assessment, the quick assessment. I'm sure that the adults have made on your talent. I want us as a innovation and agriculture and energy opportunity zone committee who's committed for the next 5 years to identify talent like yourself to be fully inspired, fully encouraged, given pathways so that you don't have to stumble. And when you stumble, you'll be picked right back up with the kind of support so that your talent, your leadership, your aspirations can become fully realized.